Hello friends and welcome to Tutorials Point. In this video we are going to learn how to create a database in Microsoft Access 2016. So what is a database? A database is basically a piece of information or a set of information with the help of which we can generate reports, create forms or create a query. So if I put it in simple terms, a database is the soul of Access. Without database, Access cannot do anything. Alright. So there are different ways of creating a database. We can either go for online templates which are available, or we can create a database right from scratch by building my own tables, forms, reports and etc. Alright, now in my next slide it is showing you what are the different way that we can create a database. Out here it is saying that we can create a database using a template. So it is referring to an online template. If you open your Access, out there, if you go under the file tab and under the new tab, you can see all the online templates which are readily available. You can simply double click on it and start creating a database from there, or we can create a database without using a template. So without using a template is that we build a database right from the scratch, where I define my field and I define my data types for each and every field. The next thing is you can copy a database right from another source into our Access table. Access is also giving an opportunity where I can import a data from a different source altogether. Alright, so we will go ahead and build a database right from the scratch in our practical approach. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a database in Microsoft Access 2016. So we'll go ahead and create a simple database so that we get a basic understanding how a database is being created in Microsoft Access 2016. So I'll simply go to the File tab, and under the File tab, I'll select New and I select a blank database. So I'll simply double click on this. Now I can see that by default, Microsoft Access has created a table which can be seen on the left hand side, and it has named as table 1. Now before I start off with table, let me show you. So out here you can see the table tools. Now under the home tab you can see the ribbons. In this ribbons I have different groups. As you can see, I have record group, sort and filter, clipboard, views and text formatting. From these ribbons I can basically do the edit, or we can make this required changes as per our requirement. Alright, so we can basically sort or filter a data, we can save a data, we can check for spelling errors, we can add some total, we can refresh data, and this is some text formatting, making it bold, italic or underline. Alright, so now this is about the layout or basic layout of Access. We'll move to this navigation pane, and under the navigation pane you can see this table. Now what are tables? Now before we get started off, let's try to understand what are tables. Tables are basically a place where we can enter the information of our database. That means if I want to enter a new entry, I will enter this as in table. Alright, in table I will have all the records which will be required for our Access database. We can create multiple tables and we can link those tables as well. We will see how to link the tables in our later videos. Now first we'll go ahead and create a simple database. So in order to do that, I can create a database, or we can create a table structure from here as well, or we can go, it's suggested that we should go under the View tab, and under the View tab we should go to the Design view. Firstly it is asking me to save this table. Yes, we'll say sample database, or let's say we'll make this as customer database, which will make more sense, right? We will name this as customer database and simply hit OK. Now you can see this is under the design view. Now under this design view we can create a database. Alright, so there are two ways. We can do it from datasheet view as well, but it is mostly suggested that we do it under the design view. Now whenever I create a database, we need to assign a primary key. Now what is a primary key? Primary key is basically for unique records, so that it does not duplicate anything. So basically every record will be having a unique ID. By default it is taken as ID, and it has automatically assigned it a primary key. Now if you want to assign a primary key to a different field, you can simply right click on that field and assign a primary key to this. This is completely your wish. Alright, so now by default it is taken as auto number. Now if you can click on this drop down menu, I can select any of this data type. So short text is basically used for, let's go and create. While creating, I'll explain you what this particular database will do, or this particular data types will do. Alright, so I will start off, let's say, with the first name. So this particular field name should be first name, and if I go on this data type, if I click on this drop down menu, I have all these options. Alright, so basically we can select a short text wherever I want to enter a name or a phone number. Now a short text can be a phone number and a zip code as well. It does not require that it should be a text only. It can be a non-related number as well. That means that whenever there is no calculation involved, like if we select a number, if you want to select a phone number, so at that time we do not multiply the phone number, so we can use short text at that instance. So we'll take for first name, we'll take this as short text. All right, for last name, obviously it will be again, the data types out here will be for short text again. You can also make it as a long text where I want there should be no limit for the characters. Now if you see, for short text the field size is 255, but for long text there's no limit, so you can select the way you want. Now I'll move on with the next one. Let's say that I want the address, right? Address will again keep it as long text, because the address can go as long as it possible, but it does not exceed more than 255 characters. So it's totally up to you whether you want to select a short text or a long text. Alright guys, so moving on with the next one. Let's say that I would like to see the zip code. Alright, so if I take this as zip code, let's my postal code, if I go this drop down menu, I can select anything. So as I've told you, I can also select a short text for this particular field, right? So I'll again select this as short text. Now I will add one more menu that will be for, let's say, the city, and I will create a drop down menu this as short text. Okay, perfect. Now I want to create a new tab, whether basically this is my customer database. Now whenever I have customer database, I would like to send out some emails to them if I wish to, right? So if I want to send out some emails, I will create a emails box, right? And out here on this drop down menu, I can select field which says lookup wizard. Now why I'm using this particular lookup wizard? Now let's say that I want to create a drop down menu, whether that's particular customer would like to receive the mail or not receive the mail. All right, so basically this is rather than saying the mailing list, I will rather name this as mailing list. Okay, and if I go on this drop down menu, I can create a drop down menu which will say that whether he needs to get the mail or not as yes or no. So I'll go on this lookup wizard. Now basically what it is asking me, I want to look up field to get values from another table or a query. No, I would want to create my own values. So I'm selecting this, I will type my own values, I hit next. So basically it is asking me what should be your drop down menu consist of. I said it should be yes and no, or let's say maybe. Okay, it can be whether you want to wish maybe when special offers are there, right? So this is a drop down menu that we have created. I simply hit next for this. Now what label would you give for this lookup field? Yes, I would like to give this lookup field to this particular mailing list, and I would like to limit their choices to this list only. They cannot select anything else. Now if you want to allow them to use multiple values, you can also do that, but I want to limit them to a particular list itself. I simply hit finish. Now let's go ahead and see whether I have this drop down menu or not. But before doing there, let's go ahead and type some more database. Let's say I want their dates as well, like when they have visited our company and bought some product. So let's say their start date, or let's take this as date of birth. I would like to know their date of birth as my database. So if I go under this drop down menu, this time I will select the date and time. Alright, so basically it will restrict them to only select date and time only. Nothing else can be selected. Alright, and the last menu, let's see what we have options. So I have almost covered each and every data type, a yes and no. Okay, so basically we can create that whether you want this particular item to, do you live, yes, they live in the city or stay in the offskirts of the cities. For that particular event, I am creating a new field, and that new field will be that location.
of city, and for this particular database or for this particular field I will create a yes and no object. Alright, so basically I've selected this as yes and no object. Now the structure of my database is almost ready. Now let's go ahead and add some records to it. So I'll have to go under the datasheet view, right? I'll simply select datasheet view. You want to save the table? Yes, I would like to save the table. Now it has automatically taken the ID as 1. It will take the ID as 1. I'll take a normal entry, let's say Chloe. Okay, her last name, let's say Tressa. Address 13th Avenue Street, right? Zip code, it can be any random zip code. So this is what I've entered. City and random city, let's say NY, New York. Mailing list. Now if you go under this mailing list, we have created a drop down menu, right? So if I select this, I can only select this options. So yes, no, maybe I can select, so I say simply select yes. Now if I go under this date field, you can see there is a there's a calendar picture. You can see there is a calendar. If I click on this calendar, you can select the particular date, right? So from here I can select any date, the date of birth, right? So it takes random dates from here. All right, and the last one, whether the location, I'd like to, just a sec, I will expand a bit. So if the location is out of city or yes, so I'll select this checkbox for location of the city, yes or no, as a checkbox. All right guys, so this is how you can create the structure and how you create a database in Microsoft Access 2016. All right, so if you move on to the next one, let's take any random Smith Shane, right? Take any different address like 5th Alpine Road, right? Zip code, random zip code, state NY again. Yes, again we'll select this drop down menu as no. Okay, you can select a date of birth from here. Okay, we can toggle around using this arrows. Okay, and a checkbox. Now if you see, it automatically gives it's a unique ID number. So every record has its unique ID number. It cannot be duplicated. So this is how you can create a simple database in Microsoft Access 2016.